Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. Today is Thursday, it's July 28th of 2022, and we have so much news going on today. We're going to talk about Royal Caribbean and Celebrity. Holland America has big news. Princess is talking about their 2023-2024 season. They've released a lot of information about that, which is fun, and we're also going to talk about Alaska a little bit more. The Diamond Princess is coming up again, as is the Sapphire Princess and all of this, so we have a lot. So thank you all for being here with me. Let's start off with Royal Caribbean, and like I said, this does apply to Celebrity as well. So today, during their earnings call, Royal Caribbean announced that as of August 8th, testing will be required for unvaccinated guests on all voyages. For vaccinated guests only on voyages that are 6 nights or longer. So if you are vaccinated and you are going basically on a sailing that is 5 nights or less, you no longer have to have that pre-embarkation testing. And they've got some more exciting news coming about that, but that's where we're standing right now. And so their requirement is, if you're not vaccinated, everyone ages 2 and up has to be tested, and same with vaccinated passengers on 6 nights or longer. Now, just a quick exception to that, if Royal Caribbean says that if there are any sailings that are to Alaska or Canada, everyone has to be pre-tested for that, just like we've been doing. And that is they're doing because that's being required by Canada. They don't have the flexibility on that. Royal Caribbean also pointed out that they are working with their travel partners in all of the ports they visit because different ports have different testing and vaccination requirements. So make sure that you stay up to date on everything to do with that. Was it last week or the week before I announced that there are some different places in the Caribbean and Bahamas that if you are not vaccinated and you're like ages 12 and older in some of them, ages 16 and older in others, you're going to have to be vaccinated in order to be able to get off the ship. So stay on top of that. Now, a really big deal as they were talking about the kind of testing that you can use in order to be able to embark on the ship. It says you can either do your testing with a PCR or an antigen. Guests can now take advantage of at-home antigen tests, even the unsupervised ones, to satisfy the requirement. We will be sending booked guests and travel partners specific details next week. Please be on the lookout if you're already booked, or check royalcaribbean.com later next week for specifics on acceptable tests and the latest requirements. So that is really huge. It sounds like they are really working hard to be able to allow people a little bit more flexibility with that testing. I think it will make it less expensive because you won't have to pay to be proctored or to go somewhere for a test about that, and it'll take a little bit of the stress out about getting your results back in time. And so I was excited about that news, and I will keep my eye out for what the updates are about that. But if any of you are booked on Royal Caribbean and receive any information about that, if you would send it along to me, you can put it in a comment or just send me an email. Both my email addresses are under this video. It would just be great. Thank you. And then also, this is really important, as we have been talking about what the cruise lines are going to pay for, what they're not going to pay for the last few days, as we've been talking about insurance, making sure that you've got insurance. Royal Caribbean said, should a guest test positive for COVID-19, they will be responsible for all the costs associated with their return home. We recommend all guests purchase travel insurance to help offset any costs. So be really aware of that. Be cautious. Have travel insurance. I know it's not an expense. Every time we book a cruise, I see that added on there, but at the same time, if anything at all happens, whether it's COVID related or anything else, then you're covered. So make sure you do that. The last thing that I wanted to point out from what Royal Caribbean said today is they know that some of people who have applied for an exemption to be able to sail on the ships unvaccinated are still waiting. And it says, we are working with our destination partners to align cruise guidelines with countries that have different entry requirements and with other entry requirements in the travel sector. If there are differences, we will communicate those to our guests so that they are prepared. So they said that they will get back to, so they also said they'll get back to you as soon as they can, but a lot of the places they are working to see if this is going to even be possible for them to allow unvaccinated people on their ships. Does that make sense? So, I will keep you up to date with everything that happens with that. So I know that a lot of our Let's Go family members, as well as a lot of you who are new, are really happy to see you today, have been waiting for a little bit of the testing requirement to go away from for the major cruise lines sailing from the U.S. And today that door opened a little bit. And so it'll be really interesting. And I am sure that starting with this, with the cruises that are 5 nights and shorter, they are going to see what happens. And I think that will inform their decisions moving forward. So let me know what you all think about that. Now, the next news that I've got is a little bit, it's not sad in the whole scheme of life, but it's disappointing. Holland America has just announced that they are having to cancel a bunch of their cruise tours for the remainder of this season. It's not all of them, so if you have got a Holland America cruise tour booked, don't assume that yours is canceled. I would love to hear from all of you who have a cruise tour, whether or not you get to go. And those of you who are canceled, let me know what you decide to do and how this is going to work. So citing the fact that they just don't have enough workers, that is, Holland America has said we're going to have to cancel part of our cruise tours, and that's really sad. Hopefully next year they'll be able, that more people will apply and they'll be able to get more workers up there at their lodges. And so I would say, though, that Holland America is being very generous. If you are on one of these cruise tours that has been canceled, they are going to give you a full refund of your money. If you paid for it with future cruise credits, they are going to give those back to you, of course, and they are going to extend the date that those need to be booked and used by December 31st of 2023. So that gives you a whole nother season to be able to do the same trip again. So they are not only, they're refunding everything back, and then they are giving you a 100% future cruise credit to use to book whatever it is you want to book by the end of December 31st of 2023. And so you also need to use it by December 31st of 2023. So that is wonderful. And then in addition, they are giving $200 onboard credit to each passenger to be able to use when they do rebook using those future cruise credits. And so if I had one of these, I would just move it to next year, because that's kind of how I think of doing things. I'm sorry for those of you that think maybe next year won't work. I hope that you're able to find something that will work. In the notice that I received about it, I have not seen come out an official listing, but I have seen the list of the whenever you go to book a cruise and you look at the Holland America, it's the same with the Princess. There's a tour number that goes with it because they have so many different ones. And so the ones that I noticed that have been canceled the most are the ones that include going up into the Yukon and Denali. And that makes sense. They just don't have the staff to support it anymore. So they're mostly, we've got your 10-day and 11-day, 14-day, and then some 13-day, a lot of Yukon and double Denali, Yukon and triple Denali. We've got the Gold Rush tour that leaves out of Seattle. That's 12 nights that includes Denali. Some of those have been canceled. And the first departure date that I think things are being canceled for is August 10th. And then the last departure date that I see things canceled for are August 31st. So take a look, pay really close attention to your email, and see what's going on with that so that you can stay on top of it, okay? And I'd love to hear from many of you, like I said, that are booked on that. And I am really sorry that that has happened. I know that this was a hard decision for Holland America to make. When I was on that seminar at sea there that week of June 25th on Holland America, the people that are high up in the company mentioned how they are struggling with not having enough workers up there. They're like telling everybody they know that wants a job to get up there. The pay is very good. And this, makes me think, if you want to work up there next year for Princess or Holland America, or for any of the other cruise lines, but Princess and Holland America have the biggest lodges and everything, but they do hire for bus drivers and everything else up there. lots of different jobs. If you want to do that next year, I think that would be so much fun. Like, I hope that we get to do that a summer once we retire. I think that would just be wonderful. Like, I think we would see so much, we would learn so much. So if you are at loose ends, and a lot of people actually work up there and then they travel the rest of the year, so the pay is good. And so just like putting that on your radar, if it sounds like anything you would like to do, or for like college age kids, like how amazing would that be? You would make really good job and have a fun summer. So just putting that out there for anybody. I don't work for either one of those cruise lines. I just think it sounds like so much fun. So the next thing that I want to let you know about is it's really exciting, and I get to be on a call in a little while today with Princess talking about this, but Princess officially announced their 2023-2024 America's Cruise Season, and so I like their announcement. It says that it is their most expansive America's schedule ever, with 47 different itineraries across 214 departures from 7 convenient North American ports. Like, that is really handy, I think, because it gives us, it is handier for those of us here in the United States to be able to get on a cruise to so many fun places, really, without having to fly so far. And they are including new voyages to the South Pacific and Hawaii. And so included in this is the Sapphire Princess's 2 Pacific Island and Hawaii cruises round trip from Los Angeles, featuring their more ashore late night stays in Honolulu and Tahiti. And for the first time ever, they're going to visit Fiji. You guys, Princess is going to Fiji, along with a pair of Hawaii cruises with overnight stays in Honolulu on the Discovery Princess. So I was really excited to hear them talk about the Sapphire Princess sailing out of Los Angeles. I think that bodes well, hopefully, for the sailings that are coming up soon, and hopefully none of those will be canceled, but we're keeping an eye. I looked this morning and it still said those cruises that I talked to you about yesterday are still unavailable, so we'll look and see what's there. Also, Princess is going to sail again from Galveston with a series of voyages on the Regal Princess, going to the Western Caribbean. In addition to sailing from Galveston, they are also going to sail from Los Angeles, Fort Lauderdale, San Francisco, Seattle, and Vancouver, as well as one open jaw departure from New York. So how fun is that? And so John Paget, the Princess made an announcement. He says, "No one can match our unique combination of unparalleled itinerary choices with the authentic, personalized Medallion class experience that makes a Princess cruise so special and memorable. So whether you're booking a Caribbean getaway or a bucket list, Princess has got you covered." And so you all know I like Princess. I've tried Holland America. I really like Holland America too. So I think that's wonderful, and I've got something else to tell you about Princess as well. But I just wanted to give you a fast breakdown. Like I said, they're going to Hawaii and Tahiti with several, not just one ship. Hawaii and Tahiti is going to be covered by the Crown Princess, the Diamond Princess, the Discovery Princess, the Emerald Princess, the Ruby Princess, and the Sapphire Princess. So I think they are really committed to these itineraries. The Discovery Princess is going to be doing 2 15-day Hawaii cruises with the overnight that I mentioned. The Sapphire Princess is going to have a brand new 32-day South Pacific Island and Hawaii itinerary on 2 voyages round trip from Los Angeles. And like I said, they're going to go to Fiji. Like, what's that? And then the Caribbean is going to have the Caribbean Princess, the Emerald Princess, Enchanted Princess, the Island Princess, Regal Princess, Ruby Princess, and Sky Princess. I'm just telling you this because sometimes I'm looking for a certain ship, and so it makes me excited when I have an idea of some fun places she's going to be going. Mexico is still going to be covered by the Crown Princess, the Diamond Princess, and the Discovery Princess. And so that's great. California coast is still going to be covered by the Crown Princess, Discovery Princess, Grand Princess, Ruby Princess, and the Sapphire Princess. The Panama Canal, we've got the Emerald Princess, the Island Princess, and the Ruby Princess are going to be going there. If you want to know about any of these particular things, you can send me an email and ask me. I'm happy to help you book your travel. There is so much here that I don't want to bore everybody, but it is really exciting to me what Princess is offering for their 2023-2024 season, and I think they're going to go on sale on August 10th. I am pretty sure. And so be thinking about what you want to do, and get ready for a little bit more fun. I am really excited. I want to look at that sailing that goes to Fiji. That sounds like a lot of fun. And so just wanted to let you know that things are going really well. Along with Princess, I had the opportunity to speak on the phone this morning with our Let's Go family member, Tammy. And if you were over on our Facebook group, she and her husband and son, they just recently got off the Discovery Princess. They were just there last week and had the time of their life. Makes me so happy. Everything was perfect. They were prepared for hiccups. They were prepared for things, a little disappointment maybe here or there, or just not to run perfectly. She said, Princess is amazing. And I have to agree. Along the road, by the time, if you go on lots of cruises, there's going to be a bump or two, but we all get to decide what we do with that bump, if we turn it into a mountain or if we just go over the bump and keep going. And so I just wanted to tell you that made me so happy how wonderfully they were just taken care of on board. Such great care. And also in the process of all this, she learned, and I appreciate she shared it with me, that you can link medallions. So if you're sailing, like for example, with your children, and you want to be able to access, like if they're in their own cabin and you're in your cabin, you can connect it so that you can go into their cabin with your medallion. You can make it so that you limit, if you're worried that they're going to just spend a lot of money on board with their medallion, you can put limits on it. You can make it so they can't order alcoholic beverages. You can make it so they can only do, there's all these things you can do so that you, I think it helps you have a little bit more of a relaxing vacation, but it also makes it so that you're not surprised by a bunch of charges that show up. And so, but there's lots of reasons that you would want to do that. And so I thought it was really valuable information on that. So thank you for letting us know. But I just want you to know that it makes me so happy when some of you go on vacation and have the time of your life. That is so rewarding, and it makes me really happy to hear that's happening. So thank you for sharing it with us. And if you all are not on our Facebook group and you use Facebook at all, you should get over there. There are so many amazing people. So much information is shared, and it just makes you happy to go read the comments and see the amazing time everyone is having. So thank you, all of you who post your pictures there, who tell us things, who answer questions. Thank you. You all are second to none, and I stand by that. And so I've got that for you. The other thing that I want to talk to you super fast here is the Diamond Princess. Now, I think that we have decided that the Diamond Princess, she doesn't have an international cafe. Sounds like she's got a bar down there so that you could get a drink late or whatever you need there. But also, we have a Let's Go family member, Joan, and she sent me an email. And she was saying that they are booked on the Diamond Princess on one of the sailings that she'll be doing from San Diego this year. And she read about the Izumi, Izumi, if I said that wrong, Japanese bath on the Diamond Princess, which is on the opposite side of the sun deck from the Lotus Spa. Has anybody used that before? Can you comment on that? She was excited to try to book her to book a time to be able to use it, and it's not showing up in the Cruise Personalizer yet as an option. But can any of you comment on that and share your experience with it? That would really, she'd appreciate that, and I would appreciate knowing about it as well. And I also wanted to tell you that when you think about booking what you want to do on the ships, this is interesting to me. So I know in talking to some people that have like a cruise book clear next year to Alaska, they've already been able to go into their Cruise Personalizer and book, and that's what you go into on my video, like when I showed you how to print the travel summary. So I'll have Gordon link that. But you get into your Cruise Personalizer and you can, like there's onboard services, and when you click across that on the top, you'll see that in the video. You can go in there and book to use like the Lotus Spa. You can also, for our sailing, so here's what I wanted to tell you about this. So I know that some people have already booked their Lotus Spa pass for next year on, I think, the Majestic Princess, and some people have already booked some upcoming. So I went ahead and looked for our sailing on the Discovery Princess. That's October 22nd. It's really interesting to me. On that one, I clicked on the Lotus Spa and it tells me that I can't book that on that sailing yet. But I looked at the hair things, because when I went on the Regal Princess, first time I'd had my hair cut and my keratin treatment done, all of that. So pleased. So anyway, I wanted to make sure I got that again on the Discovery Princess. So I already have that booked. I booked one appointment, and you do have to pay for it when you book it. But I happen to know that if you've got onboard credit, you can just go to customer service and have it apply it towards that if you want to. So I already booked to get a haircut, and they blow dry it and everything, and then before I get off the ship, the keratin treatment. So not the same day you get off the ship, don't want you to think that. But anyway, I have already gone on there and booked. So here's why I'm telling you this, is because when I went to do this, of course, you click on what you want, and then you can choose which day you want it and see all of the times that are available. When we were just on the Regal Princess, you could book a hair appointment at 9 p.m. if you wanted. They were always there till 10:30. They officially closed at 10 o'clock. And so if you wanted something later, you could have something later. But I think that they must be really busy on the Discovery Princess. Either that or they've got less staff, because the latest appointment that I could book was like 7 p.m. And so I just wanted to tell you that if you know for sure that you want something, whether it's your hair done or your nails or your a particular treatment, whatever it is, I would suggest go on and book it, because like I booked one, and it's kind of hard to know how busy you'll be, but I very specifically chose a time that was a sea day, that I knew that time frame, I booked it early so that I knew that I wouldn't be busy then. And so kind of look at how your port days look, and anything else that you want to be able to be sure to do, and then just grab the appointment, because I don't know how full it's going to be when we get on. I'll try to remember to let you know. If you remind me, I will ask how busy they are when I get on, and let you know. But that's just a heads up. If there's something you don't want to miss, go ahead and do that. And the last thing that I wanted to let you know about is with the changes that are going on in with Princess, with some of their ships not being able to go to Skagway. So I have done like a lot of more research. I've read everything that I can find about what they are saying about that landslide up in Skagway. I'm a little bit concerned that more sailings are going to be affected than just the ones this week. We've heard from some people, and yesterday, I apologize, I just had Skagway on my brain. So when I was talking about the Crown Princess, I said she wasn't going to Skagway. On all these, cruises people were mentioning on August into September. She'll be going to Skagway, unless you hear it very specifically about that. But it is Ketchikan that she will, it seems that it's so widely spread that the Crown Princess will be missing Ketchikan and going to Icy Point Strait instead. So just that. But also, if you hear something else, let us know. And then I am a little concerned that this is going to last longer, like I said, these changes. And so if you are booked on the Majestic Princess, the Royal Princess, the Discovery Princess, I would say take a look at the other ports, just so that you have a little something in your mind if you end up going to those ports instead. If you receive information that is changing, let me know. But I would just be amazed if they can stabilize that whole rock slide area the way they're talking about in a week. I just think it might be until the end of the season. And so keep me up to date on that. The other thing is anyone here sailing on the Grand Princess Right in Alaska right now? The Grand Princess was on the list of the ships that would be affected by the changes in Skagway, but I've not heard a peep on what she is doing instead, or if indeed she was affected this week. So I would like to hear from anyone sailing on the Grand Princess this week with what's going on, as well as, like I said, rolling forward on any of the cruises. And as always, I would love to hear from you, no matter what cruise line you are sailing on, no matter where you are in the world. I would love to hear how things are going on your cruise ship. And I know that so many of our Let's Go family members would love to hear about it too. Now, if you haven't subscribed yet, we would love it if you would please subscribe. You're going to love being part of our Let's Go family. And you know what? We need you. And if you don't know if you want to be a member, go ahead and subscribe, become part of our community, and I think you will find that this is really a wonderful place to be. So thank you. If you have any questions or information for us, just tuck it in the comments below or send us an email. I really look forward to hearing from you all. I will be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.